Alright, so today we're checking out the JJRC H36. It's a relatively small quadcopter, available for around $15. It's got these nice protected propellers here. These ducts really act as prop guards. It's got 5 to 6 minutes of flight time. It's got flip mode, headless mode, one key return. Those all work great. So before we get into it too much, I'm just going to show you everything it comes with real quick, just to get that out of the way. So obviously, you get the quadcopter itself. You get this nice transmitter, comfortable to use, kind of small. You get this 150 milliamp hour battery with JST-PH connector, and then obviously you get the USB charger with that same JST-PH connector, and it there's no LED on while it's charging, and when it's done charging, it's red. It takes about 20 to 30 minutes to charge the battery. Then you have the manual, which I won't go into too much here because I'm going to basically explain everything in here in this video. But here's the controller diagram. If you want to pause, you can look at that to see the controller diagram. And then here we have the packaging that it came with. You got this blue, which is the one that I got, and it also comes in gray, and you got the JJRC logo up there on top. You got all these features here on the side, and then all the warnings here on the bottom, and the marker of which quadcopter, which color rather, I actually got. Alright, so we'll go ahead and actually look at the quadcopter now. As I said before, it's got these nice protected propellers by these ducts, which also helps force the air down. And this shell, if you were to hit the ceiling, this shell is going to hit before the propellers hit. And even so, there's not really much damage you're going to be doing to them. You can crash it, bump into walls. I've done that, and they don't seem any worse for wear so far. The only time I did have a problem was when a propeller popped off. I was able to just pop it right back on. One thing you might want to look out for, even though they are quite protected from the back, if you have an animal or a pet with long hair, you'd want to make sure that the motors are not getting tangled with that hair. But that is the only problem that I could foresee with these propellers. If we look at the bottom here, as you see, we have the power connector there where our battery plugs into. Go ahead and stick it in there. And there is no power switch, so once you plug it in, you're good to go. You got this red LED in the back here and a blue one in the front, and you'll notice that it's actually kind of covered up by this soft foam pad there, which makes it difficult to see from the bottom, and really it's not super easy to see from the top. I'll shut that light off. You can see it's just barely blinking there just a little bit. So you're not likely to be flying this far enough away that you're going to need to be able to see that for the orientation. But that is one thing to note. We'll go ahead and weigh it real quick. So I'll go ahead and take my scale out here. We'll turn it on. I don't know how well you'll be able to see that on the screen, but so with the battery we have 21.4 grams, and then we'll take the battery out and measure that by itself. The battery itself is 4.7 grams, and then the quadcopter without battery is 16.7 grams. Let's go ahead and pop this little canopy off. It's just held in by these little plastic tabs right there. You can see there's one on that side and one on that side. Pop that off. Comes off very easy. And the shell itself only weighs about 0.8 grams. Oh, sorry, my thing is not calibrated. Yeah, it weighs 1 gram. So it's very lightweight. It doesn't really add a whole lot of weight, but you could definitely fly without it if you were confident in your ability to not smash anything. And even so, there's not really much damage there. And then you can see it's got the H36 and the JJRC logo right there on the top. So here's a good look at the PCB right there. Nothing too exciting going on there. One thing a lot of people are actually doing is taking a small camera, an FPV camera, and you can fly with a camera on this. Since this quadcopter, it's basically a clone of the Blade Inductrix, and that was a very popular quadcopter. People would put a camera on top, and you could fly it on FPV. So that is available to do on this one as well. Maybe not as powerful, but I will put a link in the description. If you want to get that camera, you can check it out and get some more information on that. So we'll go ahead and set the quadcopter down for a minute here, and we'll check out the transmitter itself. We'll set this all over here. Put the canopy back on there, like so. He just pops on very easily. So looking at the transmitter here, got these nice control sticks, very easy to use, very comfortable to use, not too difficult to fly it around. The throttle is a little bit touchy, but not too much. Once you get used to it, it's very easy to fly. Here you have your headless and one key return, the headless on the right. These would normally be your yaw trim, but here it's just your headless mode and one key return. So those work alright. I'm not a big fan of headless and one key return modes to begin with, but if you have the orientation set, it does work quite nice. Here you have your speed change button, 2 speed modes, low and medium. It's not exactly, if you have a windy day, it's not going to be the greatest flyer. So you want to fly mostly indoors, or you want to fly outdoors on a very, very light wind day, or no wind at all preferably, and it flies great outside when there's no wind. Here's your flip mode button right there, and flips work great. Not much to say about that. You know, you'll see later on in the video. Then we just have our power switch here and our LED. If we look on the back, there's a battery cover, held on very well, not gonna fall off, and then it's just 2 AA batteries there in the back. Alright, so I'm going to take it for a flight now and show you how it flies and how it performs. Alright, we're ready to take her for a flight. So we're going to go ahead and plug it in here, like so. It's going to be red, start blinking. Hit the transmitter, up, down, and we're balanced. Let's go ahead and take off. Bring it in here, see if we need to trim it at all. And it does look like it's going a little bit to the right. Perfect. So, as you can see, hovers very nice. Nice and stable. Not having to adjust much at all. Let's go ahead and try and flip. So I'm going to hit this button right here. Turn that on. Barrel rolls seem to work a little bit better. They don't lose as much altitude. Let's go fly it around. Flies around quite nice. This is the low speed mode. You can see here's the yaw rate in the low speed mode. And this is the high speed yaw rate mode, so you can see it does get a little bit faster. Put it back on the low. We'll see what we can do. See how we can do funnels here. Works pretty good. So let's go ahead and kick it into the high speed mode. And now we're in high speed. And it does much better, as you can see. Spins perfect. That's the pitch out here. And let me go ahead and I will demonstrate. If you hit it on the ceiling, again, it just kind of sticks, bounces off, doesn't really damage it at all. You can bounce on the wall, do it over here low to the ground. If you hit the wall, it does kind of go out of control, it sticks to the wall, but it doesn't damage anything. Let's just test real quick. Let me get it here. We'll test the auto shut off. So we're going to throttle up just a little bit. Shut off. 1, 2, 3. And about 3 seconds. And when it gets to about 2 seconds, it actually slows the throttle down. It doesn't seem like it does it all in one go. So it'll go up, down. Alright, bound again. We'll just fly it out the rest of the way. I'll put it back in the high speed mode. Very nice, very easy to control. That was a good flip there. Move forward. So if you do a flip, it doesn't, it does kind of stop a little bit while you're moving. Flips are great. I like the flips a lot. Still just kind of drain the battery out here. Lasts a decent amount of time indoors. I've got a couple extra batteries, so whenever I like to fly this, I'll charge up a few of them, get about 15 minutes of flight time, give or take a couple minutes. But definitely fun to fly inside. And it'd be kind of cool to take two of these together and kind of try to smash them into each other. I think that'd be fun. Let's try, it doesn't gain throttle super quick, so I'll just go up. See, it takes a second to get throttle. Acceleration's not great, is what I mean to say. But once it's going, it goes pretty good. And it's starting to get a little bit sluggish. I think I'm going to be losing, I think I'm probably going to lose battery life here. Oh. Yeah, it's not blinking yet, but it will start blinking when the battery is low. I think it's probably going to be any minute now. Yes, so it's blinking. We'll just, you can still fly it a little bit. But it's very sluggish and kind of hard to control. So that's the JJRC H36. Great indoor flyer. Props are protected great. The downside is that it does not fly outside very well. The wind makes it very difficult to control. So if you'd like to purchase one, again, it's like $15. It's a great quadcopter. I will put a link in the description. And if you want to watch more of my videos, go ahead and subscribe, and thanks for watching.